Let's try this. We got anything? We got anything? Anyone? Bueller? 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 Ha ha! We've done it! Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's man, our son, the dipshit of reason. Um, thank y'all for hanging out with me for 17 minutes while I try to figure out what the fuck I'm doing with my own computer. Um, it's been one of those days. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Fuck out of here. No, yo, thanks for hanging out with me for 20 minutes while I figured out what the fuck I wasn't doing right. Yeah, man. You guys doing good? I hope everybody's doing all right. Yeah, I did something and then the last time I had it hooked up and then I hooked it back up and fucked it up. So whatever. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. I'm trying to get all that shit out of the way. So there's no more technical screw ups. But trust me, when you got Fred Flintstone over here running your setup, it's gonna be technically screwed up. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I got a couple people that threw me some questions. Thank you, I appreciate that. Good looking out. The first question: who I got, Godzilla or Kong? All right, so I'm gonna ruin Godzilla versus Kong for you. I don't think that's really Godzilla. I don't think that's really Godzilla. But when that drops, we'll talk about that when it drops. I also want you to know how special you people are to me. Okay, this is very very important to me because right now Superman the Lois is on, and as you can see, if it's Superman related, I'm in it. I'm on it. I'm all about it. But I was like, you know what? These are my people. We chat. We do this every week, and we get it in. And so it's recording. So I'm gonna record this, and then I'm gonna go to bed, and then I'm gonna watch it in the morning. I do that for y'all. So recognize how special you are. And all my people on YouTube and on Facebook joining me.
Coconut scented with mango flavor.
Really appreciate y'all. Oh, look at that. People throwing up shouts and whatnot. This is how much I love y'all. I do this for y'all because yeah, my bad, Siobhan. I was throwing white noise at y'all like this is some sort of weird sleep machine. Um, but yeah, I got Kong and Godzilla fighting together at the end of the movie. That's how it works out in my brain. Because I really don't like the idea of them fighting. I like them both, so I'm very much my son doesn't like to see the good guys fight, so that's where I'm at in my head. The other question is the thing I wanted to bring up tonight. Was uh, Pharoah Monch just put out a new album. 13 is the name of the joint. Um, that's his like kind of semi rock bandish sort of thing, and it's murderously dope because it's Pharoah Monch. That's what he does. But I wanted to ask y'all a question, man. There's something really, really this thing that's been running through my head for the last few days, blowing my mind. I read this article last week um, about how the other, like 2 weeks ago, was Pharoah Monch's first appearance on late night, like late night television. His first. Now, if you know anything about Monch, if you know anything about hip hop at all, you know that Monch is been in the game for 30 years with Organized Confusion, dropped some amazingly classic solo records. And whoa, hey, who's that weirdo floating around my screen? Did I get an emoji? Holy shit. I got a fucking emoji. All right. Well, all right then. My day's made. Uh, yeah. His first appearance on Late Night, dude. That fucks with me, man. It really, really does fuck with me because anybody that knows anything about hip hop and hip hop culture should know Pharaoh Monch and should know this man's the level of this dude's ability and the fact that it's been 30 years him in the game and he just got his first late night appearance, that fucks with me. It really does. But it says two things. I posted it the other day. It says, one, be patient. And two, and this is the more important thing that it says to me that in a lot of cases, hip hop music is not judged for the level of ability of the artist, right? It's about how sexy something is or how much it can make you shake your butt. Um, and that fucks with me. I don't it fucks with me a lot. And I've known this for years. I've known this, most of my life, and watching, being involved in the culture and whatnot, and watching it from the inside out, and recognizing everything that was in it, and what all of the stuff that was in it that wasn't getting what? Hold on. Oh, okay. Wait, is my audio down again? Hold on. All right, we're gonna turn this up a little bit. Is that better? Is that better? Can you guys hear me a little better? We're gonna turn this up too. We're gonna do all of it. Crank all this shit up. Turn my shit up. Turn it up. Um, so I wanna you know, it's been one of those things where uh it's been really fucking with me, right? Like, yo, how do I how do I how do I justify doing what it is I do? Like when I write everything I write, the idea behind it is I want you to think about it. Whether it's the deepest thing in the world or just me talking shit, I want it to be something that you think about, and for you to really you know, come back to it, and have it in your head. I'm answering a question from Chuck Sotero here on Facebook. And it doesn't feel like that it doesn't feel like that's even like anybody even gives a shit. You know what I mean? When you really look at it, it doesn't feel like we're getting any real any real love for the actual art. You know what I'm saying? For the ability. It's like, well, how much did it make you shake your ass? That kind of shit. And it's messing with me. Sarge, I'm glad you're here on YouTube. I'm glad you're here late. I was cursing a lot earlier because I couldn't get the sound to work. But thank you for joining us, Brian. Thank you very much. Sorry for giving you the nickel and dime blues. Um, but yeah, man. So that's one of the things that was getting me. Like 30 years. And I don't know if it was yeah, and yeah, I thought maybe he'd have been on Arsenio or something. Like nothing, not a thing. 30 years, and it breaks my heart. Um, but at the same time, it does allow me to be patient and be like, all right, you know what? I don't know if I have 30 years. Uh, yeah, if I got 20 more years to make it to late night when I'm 67, and quite honestly, I got good genes. I will look a lot like this when I'm 67. Probably be a little bit more gray. Yeah, what I mean, but a little bit, little bit more salt in here with the pepper. But it'll, what I mean, I'm still gonna be killing it. But do I really have that kind of time? I got bills to pay. But that's another thing. I am really excited about the fact that there's a new uh emoji on on our Twitch. I'm excited about that. I want to just like that's messing with my head. Are you like this is a lot of fun. I never thought I would make full emoji. Yeah, right. If I get my full silver locks looking like the bull on Walking Dead, Ezekiel. Never watched that show, but I got a T-shirt that says Ezekiel has a tiger. It's just an old dread with a tiger and a sword. Like I'm okay with that. I'll rock that look. Somebody get me a tiger. And a sword. I'll get my own sword. I'll get the sword. Somebody else gives me a tiger. I'll go down Carol Baskin's way and just take one of hers. Ooh, like Leroy Smith and Tekken. That's a good one. That's a good. Well done. You went there. Well done, Melanated Amalgam. You went there deep into the video game crates. You went full Tekken. Very nice. Very nice. I am impressed with that. Rich, what's going on, man? How are you, dude? I um I am so that was the one thing that was buzzing through my brain, the fact that, not enough of the world knows enough about Pharaoh Monch, and that messes with my brain. Um and then what's the other thing that was running through my mind, grapes? Quote the great Tracy Jordan on what's the name of that show? Not Parks and Rec. The one with Tina Fey. You know. You guys know. Anyway, so yeah, that was running through my brain, and there was something else running through my brain. Oh yeah, okay, all right. And some of it's musical, some of it isn't. But it's been a crazy weekend, and I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I'm still on a high from Superman and Lois from last week. It was oh, so good. But there was another thing that was in my brain just as I was talking about Pharaoh Monch. Oh, and I want to shout out all my dads. Any dads out there, especially moms and dads that have teenagers. Um, I took my son to basketball practice today. Him and two of his buddies, and his buddies are in the back seat talking about rappers and whatnot. And I was like, they're like, "Rah, rah, 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 Bobby Schmurder." I was like, "Yo, dude, because Bobby Schmurder's garbage." He was like, "What are you saying?" And my son was like, "He's old. He's old. He only listens to old music." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I do only listen to old music." But, 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 then they was talking about how there's no great rappers coming out of Philly. I'm like, dude, the greatest rapper of all time came out of Philly. What are you talking about? They're like, who are you talking? I'm like, Black Thought, you clown. Like, who are your parents? Kidding. I know their parents are good people, but still. And so it started me thinking about um, the idea of generational revenue, right? And how my generation, a lot of the cats in my generation, just sort of had their favorite rappers and sort of walked away from it, right? They just sort of moved on to, whatever was, I don't know. I'm not sure how they wound up doing it, but that's what they did. And then were never took the time to share and to, impart on the youth about their favorite MCs, right? And again, a lot of this goes back to the whole Pharaoh Monch thing, but because there was nowhere to really give them that relation. Now, with me, when I'm in the car with my kids, I control the music. They listen to what I listen to. So, some of it's a little wild, but I'd rather my sons listen to MOP than, a lot of other stuff because there's a there's an intensity to MOP, a an authenticity in its hip hop that I want my kids to know. You know what I'm saying? So I'll bang MOP. Although, funny story, my son, my youngest, my 7-year old, likes the radio edit of Ghetto Boys' Minds Playing Tricks on Me better than the one with curses. He doesn't like curses, which is weird because he hangs out with me. But that's neither here nor there. He really likes the radio edit, and so he'll ask me like, "Daddy, can you play the radio edit of My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me?" So I'll do that for him. Though his favorite song is Ice Cube's "It Was a Good Day." Full of curses. That's neither here nor there. That's right. Hashtag teach the babies. Um, and so it got me on this whole idea of legacy, right? and how in so many other segments of American society, particularly American music, um, this stuff gets passed on, right? And so you have generations of kids, regardless of who they are, that will still rep for whatever is on and in their face and popping whatever. But a lot of them still love classic rock, classic punk stuff, like even in a lot of cases, a lot of classic R&B stuff, right? And I've talked about this before. For me, it all winds up coming back to this idea um, that hip hop in its inception and when it was growing, right? It was such a powerful thing and such a meaningful, like potentially world changing thing that the brakes had to get put on it. And it had to be like, well, all right, I mean, I guess we can't really stop you from, making Dead Prez Let's Get Free, but at the same time, let's make sure we were playing a whole lot of Nelly at the same time so that, you know, you really know the Nelly and the Nelly sort of carries on while, the Dead Prez, the Black Star just gets sort of left in this vein of you got to go look for it. Like you'll never not be able to find a Nelly record somewhere. And I say Nelly just because he's an extraordinarily popular dude and everybody knows who he is, regardless of what it is musically, right? Everybody who knows at least one Nelly song. But the fact that it took 30 years for Pharoah Monch to hit late night, just kind of goes back to that whole idea of like, what? Like, why is that a thing? Why are we, why do we, why have we sort of kept all of this from you? There's all this amazing, amazing hip hop shit out there that's been very much muted from everybody. Um, and you know, the fact that my son and his buddies don't know that arguably, and I'll make this argument all day. I'm going to say it without question, and anybody that's with a even the slightest hip hop brain, except for was it Vlad or one of them knuckleheads that said Tariq wasn't even like top 10. He's a fucking nitwit. Excuse me. But don't know that dude is Philly. It's from where it like used to get his haircut right around here, man. Like it really does just kind of it messes with my brain. Um, yeah, DJs don't break records anymore. Uh, Premier talks about that all the time. If you listen to any Premier stuff, there's nobody on the radio or they do it. They do a good. I've seen it done well on a couple of like satellite radio joints. Like they do an okay job on XM on Shave 45. Preem's got a show on there. Static Selector's got a show on there. And so um late night musicians only talk show. You know what? I who's got a great show? I don't know if it still comes on. Or Daryl Hall had an amazing show. And I think it was shot somewhere in the Philly suburbs. Um, yeah, but yeah, so it's hard to really get where why that is. And I know every conversation that I have always winds up back on this topic. But to my core, I'm a hip hop dude, right? Um, and so when when you wind up when you hear Dan talking music, usually it's going to wind up going back to bluegrass on some level. Well, I'm a hip hop dude. This is what I'm giving you. And so when I when I talk my ish again, uh, see, Sarge, you see, this is what my man said. He said make hip hop folk music. He grew up around banjo and banjo and fiddle playing kids who are grown musicians. He'd like to see KRS-One treated like Doc Watson. Exactly, exactly, and that's the thing that's been for a long time just sort of ignored. Like the folks that really did it and built it has been sort of ignored, and quite honestly, those of us that rock on that same level, that that do the thing on that same in that same lane, wind up, in a lot of that stuff too. Now, I'm certainly not gonna say that I'm on the same level as KRS and Pharoah Monch and shit like that. That's me talking a lot of shit. Although, although I will say this: if the cipher starts right and they passing the mics around, I'm getting in the cipher. I'm getting in it. I'm getting in it. I'll get in the cipher with anybody. And not only will I get in the cipher with anybody, I'll get in the cipher off the head with anybody. KRS, Super Nat, Com, Tariq, whoever. I'm not saying I'm a body nobody, no sirree jack. What I am saying is if the mics is on and cats is rhyming, I stay with my weapon, and I'm jumping in the arena because this is what I do, right? And damn it, the Flyers lost to the Penguins. So yeah, when it like I said, everything that I do winds up coming back around to, it's very very shallow. It's hip hop. It's Superman. It's my baby. That's about it. Um, but that's neither here nor there. Um, it's 9:40, and I want to apologize for spending the first 20 minutes just playing bad lip sync with our son, the voice of reason, because I couldn't get my sound working. I'm a little bit smarter than that. It's a little bit smarter than that. And so, excuse me, my lips are chapped. We've been considering uh, a podcast for a while, and quite honestly, the reason why it hasn't happened is we've been just kind of too stiff to do it, and we're very much like we need to be like this, and it needs to be edited. Fuck that, man. I've been doing a podcast with Black Tribbles for 10 years, and the best of your podcast is always going to be when you just talk it. You know what I mean? It's always going to be that, and we have had some fascinating conversations, some really bizarrely wonderful conversations. And I think that we are going to, we have the plan to start a Gangstagrass podcast. Um, I don't know what we're talking about. Not even talking to me. All right, that's fine. That's fine. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm just jumping in conversations and shit. My apologies. My apologies. I'm gonna be over here drinking my coffee. I gotta go ahead and talk about stuff. Anyway, um, what was the other thing? What was the other thing? Oh yeah. I'm gonna make this announcement here, even though nobody really cares. I had this brilliant plan that I was gonna do this year. I was gonna drop a trifecta, three different EPs this year, of new music, to go along with anything that Gangstagrass puts out. But there's a whole bunch of the rappity raps in my brain, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put out some new music. And so the joint that I dropped for you guys a couple weeks ago, produced by Alexa Gold, um, that was just, may or may not be part of that. Okay, yeah, might not be. Um, but so I was gonna put something out with her. My man Scott, uh, he and I are working on some stuff, and then I was also gonna put out the EP I've been talking about for a while, Negro Sunshine, that I've been working on. Um, and so in thinking about it and working the whole thing out and figuring it all out, I think it might be easier just to put out another album, right? So I'm announcing now the that I'm putting out a new album, um, that's going to be all of that stuff combined, um, and it's called Negro Sunshine, a trilogy in four parts, um, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna take a while because I'm doing all the recording here. Waiting on the beats to come in, which I'm okay with because all my everybody that I'm doing production with is fucking masterful, and they make these wonderful, wonderful beats. So I'm okay with waiting on that. I got a joint from my man Lawrence Arnell that he sent me that I'm loving. Um, a couple of joints from Alexa are going to be on there. A couple of joints from Scott are going to be on there. Um, Wrench is supposed to hit me with a couple, and the joints from Boom Bap Therapy that he gave me, I still love, and will still just run the instrumentals all the time. So, and then the title track, it was the beat itself is about 20 years old, and it was produced by me and a guy that I went to elementary school with, that I ran into several years ago, and we sat down in his studio. We were just making some beats. He was actually producer for a while. He did some work for an artist named Reese, Philadelphia artist. Did a couple joints on her first album, um, and me and him made this beat, and it's just a couple of very cool loops off of the Moog keyboard, and it's 8 minutes long. So I'm gonna play with that. And um the idea behind it is, and this is gonna get a little, what's it gonna get? It's gonna get a little whatever. It's gonna be it. Um the idea behind the title, I got it from this art piece by an artist whose name is, goodness gracious, now I can't remember his name. I'm gonna look it up. He did a neon piece. There we go. The piece is called Warm Broad Glow, and it's by Glenn Ligon. It's his first neon piece, and it was taken from Gertrude Stein's 1909 novel. Now, I haven't read the book. I only saw the piece at the Barnes here in Philly, uh, when I went there, and I don't know. Wait, hold on. What? How did I miss a message in the YouTube chat that says "gay breadsticks"? How did I miss that? I don't even know what that means. But all right, cool. That'll be the next album after Negro Sunshine. Gay breadsticks. No. And so it just struck a chord with me. I got a picture next to it. There's a couple of great shots that are somewhere floating around the internet. I got them somewhere, and so it became this thing for me where uh, it's the precursor to the idea of Black Boy Joy, um, and it's just for me. My boom bap therapy causes my Negro Sunshine. Like once I'm in the right space from my boom bap therapy, then I shine a little better. And to I want to be able to be I want to be able to be a happy black dude, right? Um, Great quote from Brother Ali, another fantastic MC. I get all my shit from hip hop cats. He said, "In America, as a black dude, you only matter if you're cool, sexy, or dangerous." Right? Um, Now, I'm fairly large, all right, but I'm not dangerous. You know what I mean? I'm dangerous if you fucking with me in mind, but I'm not a threat. Um, I'm I say this all the time. I'm fairly good looking because I look like my mother. I look exactly like my mother, right? Except she didn't have the beard, like, but my facial structure is very much like my mother. And I mean, is there any cool there? This is a 47-year-old man's house. Not much. That's Skeletor on my table over there. Not only that Skeletor on my table, that's He-Man right there. There's not much cool here at all. Um, but like I was saying, with a lot of the hip hop stuff, like if it's something that makes you shake your ass and something that pops in the club, then it's the thing, and everybody's about it. But that's not who 99% of us are. Most of us are not that dude, right? And so, um, uh, the sheer figure hasn't dropped yet. I don't have a sheer. But I do have snake eyes. There's no pool here at all. But this is every man. This is grown man, every man music. This is you know like this is comic book nerd, uh, old dad music, right? But it's also not to be tested. It's not like this is gonna be easy for you to digest. Um, it'll be like this is like yacht rock on a battleship. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean this is you know Steely Dan was hanging out with uh Boogie Down Productions, and they had a baby. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, look at that. See, I'll be missing stuff. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, He Man's head is mad big. It really is. It's more the hair than anything. That I mean, the figures are built the same, but they're a little bit more like you can bend the legs and all, and you can bend the arms, so you can actually make him look like he's running. that little crazy run he used to do. He was like really low on anyway. So yeah, this is that kind of music. You know what I mean? And it's chock full of really ridiculous ideas and uh goofy ass bars and shit like that. But it's at the end of the day, I think it's pretty meaningful and it's important to me. And so if it's important to me, it's important to you. That's not true. Um, so I'm gonna give you all a little bit of a joint that I just started working on. This is They say rapping is a young man's game, no question, but MCing is a grown man's profession. Joel Embiid processing through my progression. It's not the number of years, it's the number of lessons. In the streets protesting. What are your reasons? I hope you fought for freedom, not supported treason. Make sure you're listening to get the meaning, not just the words that rhyme, but what's in between them. Um, you know what I'm saying? And that's the realm that we're working on. That's the ideas and the thought patterns that we're working on. How much does what you're doing really matter, not just to you, but to the rest of the world? And if it doesn't matter, if it doesn't have any meaning, why do it? Yeah, do it to put a couple dollars in your pocket, sure. We're all trying to do that. Such is the nature of America, you know what I mean? DJ capitalism. But you know what I mean? I don't want to. Me and Dolio have talked about this 1,000 times. Like, if we wanted to just make some goofy ass records. Wait a minute, is this working now? What the fuck? All right, now I'm upset because this was not working earlier. I have no idea why this is working now. None. But whatever. Um, son of a bitch. Um, but yeah, it. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff that is going to be on this album. You might actually hear that on Negro Sunshine. I don't have a date for it yet because just the whole thing just came into my brain. Um, but you guys got the exclusive. Oh shit, new R Sun album, Negro Sunshine. Did you guys say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest? It's Negro Sunshine, a trilogy in 4 parts, and I'll explain it to you if you need to know. But um, yeah. So that's what's coming. There's a whole bunch of other shit coming that I can't tell you anything about. Otherwise, a team of lawyers will rappel off of my roof, kick in my window, and shoot me in the face. So I can't tell you any of that shit. But but I can tell you that since this is my shit and this is what I'm working on, um, yeah, this is and it's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, a lot of it's already written. Tell you guys another secret. A couple of these songs are mm, multiple decades. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I went digging in the crates a little bit, through a couple of my old books, wondering why the fuck why I never. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Lindsey Girl in the struggle. Oh, okay, I gotta check that out. Yeah, some stuff that I was like, why did I never record this? This is still dope, and I, just respit it again the other night. And I was like, yo, um, and shout out to Fonte. Got a great line. He said, was talking about, who the fuck is this? I kind of missed this dude. Um, and so, yeah, I'm excited to put this out there and to tell you guys about it. Yeah, I really am kind of. It really does feel good to kind of put this out into the world and let folks know that this is happening and this is what we're going to be doing and this is what I'm working on while I'm working on all the phenomenal Gangstagrass stuff that we're working on. Look, yo, we got a new joint that's about to drop. I don't know if y'all saw the Pi Day joint. Listen, who you know? Who else you know? Who else do you know that decided? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Blah blah blah. Christmas carols, Christmas carols. Hey, everybody's got Christmas carols. Look at that. HOJ, even when he by himself. No need to knock, but look at that. Drop a saying. Uh, everybody's got Christmas carol. You're about to get the first Pi Day carol. Pi Day, dog. Y'all don't even know. Pi Day carols. That's how exciting this is. You know what I'm saying? It's dropping. When do you think it's dropping? When do you think it's gonna drop? You think it's gonna drop March 14th, but it's not. It's dropping March 12th, just to get a couple extra days in there. You know what I mean? Get that whole the whole pie holiday season. We wanted to want everybody to have a couple days to enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? And so we're not gonna be like you know trifling like Christmas and you know what I mean. As soon as it stopped being Halloween, here come this Christmas music bullshit. No, I mean you can listen to the song as long as you want, but you're not gonna try and take over a whole month of your time. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. Pi Day dropping March 12th. If you're a barnstormer, if you're a gangster ass barnstormer, you can hear it. You can get it on and check it out, and it's dope. But if not, you gotta wait. I would say just go ahead and become a barnstormer. Get the, they still ain't nothing but no real money. Throw that money on there. Boop. Go check out Pi Day. Go check out the House of R. That's been up there for about 2 weeks. Shout out to Alexa Gold, producer extraordinaire. Uh, yeah, man. Yo, you guys are gonna have a good time with Pi Day. It's lots and lots of fun. Go check it out. Gangstagrass.com/barnstormers. Uh, it is 10 o'clock, and I think I'm gonna give you guys another 10 minutes because y'all stuck around with me on mute for 10 minutes. So I really appreciate that. That was uh that was dope. I just loved the way I know it was a couple of y'all just trying to figure out like what is he saying anything? Like what's happening? I don't understand. All right, whatever. We'll see. So for those of y'all that hung out with me, I really appreciate it. Gary, thank you so much, man. Listen, Gary Winter, I want to tell you something about Never Go Home Again. And I say this literally all the time, but I when we did Never Go Home Again, I wrote my verse and I was like, yeah, this thing is hot. Yeah, this going bang. Boop, 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 boop. Go in the studio, record that shit. Dolio spits his verse. Dog, I was like, this is some bullshit. How in the fuck bruh. He hit that so hard. And so I like honestly, I've never memorize my entire verse. I remember the first 8 bars, and then whenever we do it live, I flip it. You know what I mean? Just to freestyle it to see if I can come up with something that's dope. And then he comes through with this verse, man. That's just man, the tears in my eyes, and I'd be like, oh, get never go home. Balling, eyeballs just sweating. So yeah, it's upsetting, and it drives me crazy. But It'll do. It'll. Yeah. But I love that record. I really do love it. Um, and we're really proud of it, and we do like the fact that that folks really dig that one. That's a very meaningful joint. Jesse James Norman from Oakland. What's up, man? How are you, sir? Um, yeah, right. Chills, dude. Chills whenever I hear that record. I'd be like, yo, how you do? How you got me all upset about that? It really upset me. Sorry about that. I had a while I was in the middle of doing this. This is how it gets when I get a little bit of ramen. I'm like, ooh, let me write this down real quick. So y'all got me. You guys are amusing me. There's a whole conversation going on here in the Twitch chat. Shout out to Sleeves. God bless you, Sleeves. I'd be lost without you. Um, and then we have yeah, okay, I got that on there. That's on there. Pi Day, got you up on that. Don't forget to check out Pi Day when it drops. Like I said, if you're a Barnstormer, you can go check it out right now. It's phenomenal. We got some new stuff that's coming up in there. You know what I mean? Keep your eyes and ears open. New stuff is sliding into the Barnstormers very soon. I might throw a new joint up in there in a couple of weeks. Who knows? Yeah, I just sent a joint off to get Matt. No, I can't put that one on there. I can't put that one on there. That's what. Yeah, I gotta hold on to that one. I'll do something. I'll do something. I will throw a joint up real quick. As a matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Since you guys hung out with me and we're so nice to do that, I want to see if I can do some of this goofball shit real quick. I want to see if I can. No, I can't give you that because that's there. But since I like you guys so much, I'm gonna. Oh yeah. Oh, no, I can't do that. Can't do that. That's gonna be on there too. All right, but I do have a little something. Do have a little something that I think I can give y'all real quick. All right, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, this is how much I like you guys. This is how much I like you. Um, Monica, what's up? Can you guys hear that beat? I need to know if y'all can hear that. That did not work at all. There's a way to do that. Oh wait, haha. Okay, we're gonna try this again. All right, check this out. Check this out. Hold on. Hold on. Think I can do this. Think that I can do this. I want to know if you guys can hear that a little bit. So I wanted to give you a little something before we shut it down. Um, and because you guys, like I said, you guys are awesome. You came to hang out with me and shit. Um, I want to make sure you. Hey, what's up, Scott Davis? I don't know what that little emoji is doing. It looks like it's giving me the finger. Is that what's happening? That's just mean. I feel terrible about that. Did I just get the finger from a little emoji? I'm not sure about that. All right. Well, I'm gonna try this anyway. And you guys let me know if you can hear it. So yeah, I don't know if that worked, and I don't know if y'all can hear the beat. It's whatever. But you know, a couple of quick verses off the dome for y'all, because you guys deserve it for hanging out with me. Oh, thumbs up. All right, cool. That makes it feel better. Yeah, man. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me and everybody that came through. And it looks like we froze on. Did we freeze on? No, we're good on Facebook too. Way behind. There's only 2 people there. Yeah, man. I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Like I said, everybody that was chilling live while I was flapping my gums at myself is I appreciate that. And I am going to put my son to bed and put myself to bed because I'm a little sleepy, to be totally honest. To be totally honest. Oh, by the way, you want to have some fun? Go somewhere where you're like you don't live and just walk around and talk in a British accent. It's fun. Um, it's hysterical. People are like, "Are you British? What's wrong with that?" But yeah, I'm gonna go. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. You guys are the best. I will see you next week. Next week, you guys want to come back and hang out with me next week? I promise it'll be more interesting, and it'll be sound. Jesus Christ, fucking ridiculous. I really appreciate you guys coming out and chilling with me, and because there's so much to do right now. Make sure you guys are all caught up on WandaVision, by the way. Holy shit, that show good. You're gonna if you're not watching WandaVision, you should be because it's the fuck sticks. Man, that shit's good. Love that shit. So yeah, that's the deal. She may our son, the voice of reason. aka the Super Triple Nation, wherever I'm at, you're at. The Rand of Steel, the Comic Book Jedi, the Malcolm Comics and Coffee House, where I will actually be tomorrow from 12 to 4, making some phone calls and whatnot, and making sure folks can pick up your books, pick up your books, pick up your books, pick up your books. Yeah, man, that's the deal. I hope y'all have a good week. Make sure you check us out on Friday for our team stream, and I think somebody will be on tomorrow. Maybe Dan. Hopefully, if you can, get a little bit of free time, free daddy time, and whatnot. Yeah, y'all be cool. Y'all be good. I love y'all. And I will see y'all on the swing back. If you decide to watch this later or tell your friends about it, just tell them they can skip the first 20 minutes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking nitwit. I love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Peace!